Hello, I'm Phil Little, host of the Private Investigator Experience podcast, where we talk about the life and cases of a private investigator. Also, from time to time, I post from my military, law enforcement, intelligence, and global security experience, touched with a biblical worldview about events that are happening out around the world that can affect us here at home or other national security issues that come up with all this going on in the world. Today, I want to talk about one of those in this brief post. Recently, the Sheriff's Association of 3,300 sheriffs were briefed at a training conference in Washington, D.C. by FBI Director Wray with some alarming intelligence which should cause all Americans to take notice. After returning to Butler County in Ohio, Sheriff Rick Jones held a press conference highlighting some of the information they were told and the actions he was taking as a response to the seriousness of the information. The sheriff also noted that the president has refused to meet with the Sheriff's Association or the Police Chiefs Association to discuss the open border issues that are affecting every state, not just the border ones. Director Wade told the sheriffs there are more red flags right now than prior to 9/11. Let that sink in. More red flags right now than prior to 9/11 from groups that want to harm the U.S. He went on to state that there are thousands of people from over 160 countries who are in the United States and who would harm the U.S. if they can. Director Wray went on to say that this isn't if, but when another terrorist attack of major proportion will happen in the U.S. Sheriff Jones went on to say, our country is in terrible shape right now. We are on defense everywhere in the world. We're absorbing attacks with little response, and then if we do, we warn them when we're going to send some missiles their way. We are providing other countries with our weapons and treasure and not doing much here at home. We're not on the offense. We're on the defense everywhere. The sheriff went on to say that they were told that there is attempts by foreign governments to hack our infrastructure at least 5 times a day from China, 3 times a day from Iran and Russia, with more actors such as North Korea also making attempts. He also talked about the potential of a drone swarm attacks with a great deficiency and a defensive capability to stop them. He said his county, and probably every county in the state, is unprepared for drone attacks. With everything that we have now run by computers, one attack that would shut down the electrical grid, that would shut down the rest of our support systems very quickly. Banking, gas, stores would soon run out of food, wouldn't be able to keep them frozen or cold. And the sheriff went on to say the steps his county is taking to gear up defenses and has alerted all county departments and is working with them to mobilize the systems they need in Butler County. He's put out this warning for all of those across the country. He's also requested the Ohio State legislative body to appropriate more funds to help. My fellow Americans, we need to wake up. We need to investigate the dangers and step out of the crowd and let your voice be heard. I watched with interest, as perhaps you did, the interview that Tucker Carlson had with Putin. I must say, Putin was in rare form. He seemed relaxed, with humor, wanted to keep talking. Apparently, Tucker had to shut it off after 2 hours. But some things I found very interesting. I don't support Putin or anything that he is or does, but he said something very truthful. He said to Tucker, do you Americans know what you're doing to your economy and the tearing down of the dollar as the world's currency? He talked about open borders and other dangers that we Americans are allowing to happen. I must say, I don't agree with anything that he does, but I have to admit that he was right. He hit the nail right on the head. We're asleep at the wheel in America for the most part. I suspect most will take his comments as being propaganda, as we allow America to be led over the cliff like sheep following the leader. Let me know what you think. Friends, we don't have a lot of time to make the corrections for our country to survive as a free society. Will you help me by liking, sharing, and subscribing? And you know the drill. Hit that notification bell so you'll know about future posts when they come out. Please leave any comments. I'd love to hear from you. Or email me directly at pi777@gmail.com. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought about that interview with Tucker Carlson and Putin. Will you step out of the crowd and join us? Until next time, be safe. May God bless you. May God bless your family. And may God bless America.